Well, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to the internet and welcome to my channel. It's me, Audio, and I'm here to do another review for you today of The Acolyte, episode 3. And let me tell you, this episode was a snoozer. Not a whole lot happens. I like the first two episodes, but not a big fan of this one. I know it's a TV show. A lot of times there's filler episodes with just backstory, and that's pretty much what we get here. Let's get into it. So just to be clear, this entire episode takes place in May and Osha's past, when they're kids. At first I was a little bit excited. I thought, it's going to be a flashback, show what happened, and then come back to the present. Nope, that doesn't happen. And there's really not a lot of excitement here. You get the backstory of two sisters growing up. They're a little bit mischievous. They like to sneak outside the fortress wall and stuff like that. But over their experiences, you get the impression that Osha is a very good child, the light side of the Force. And May is a very angry child, like a Sith, the angry side of the Force. You really get that throughout the whole time this episode. That's what they're trying to nail home. Kind of reminded me of Fred Claus, where one of the kids was like Santa Claus, and the other one was Vince Vaughn, and he threw an apple at the back of his head. Hilarious. Yeah, May is the not Santa Claus child. So there you see that they grow up in some kind of a witch's coven. At first I thought it was the Witches of Dathomir, but I don't think it is. I don't really know what this coven is. They are very much so like the Borg.
Resistance is futile.
Even May and Osha are like doing some weird, we are one, you are one, together, you are without me and stuff. It was like, resistance is futile. They even had this crazy ceremony where Osha didn't really want to do it, but May did a lot. She's like, let's just do the ceremony. It's going to be great. We're going to always be together as twins. So they go into this weird ceremony. They're all wearing robes and chanting. I honestly was like, one of us, one of us. Like I said, the Borg, resistance is futile.
Resistance is futile.
So they're like collecting some kind of energy, like one is one, two is two, and then there's many. And then they collect some kind of energies. So they seem to gather all the collective energy from all the robe people, and they kind of like cast it onto one of the girls, and it like leaves a mark on May's head. And I was like, what is going on here? You should run. And then something happens, like the Jedi show up and it interrupts the ceremony. Thank goodness for Osha. They have two mothers in this, Anisia and Coral. They don't really explain why. I think it's, in my opinion, there's some kind of a reference back to the prequels. Like I said, those are my favorite. But the ceremony gets interrupted because the Jedi have arrived. And they were like, we saw that you might have kids and we want to make sure there's nothing bad going on. And if they want to be tested, we're going to test them. So there's a whole hubbub. And anyway, they agree to get the kids tested. Just want to say, though, these are some angry witches. Just when the Jedi show up, they don't pull out weapons, attack, or anything. And it's actually the 4 Jedi that May is trying to kill in the future episodes. So they must do something horrible. I also thought we were going to get that backstory here. But they were just saying that we want to make sure the kids are okay and test them. One of the witches cast some crazy spell on Turban, so his eyes go all black and he's like convulsing. They're not very nice witches. I thought the Jedis were going to do something terrible, but I don't know, man. The Jedi did nothing wrong. They just kind of came and checked it out. In a way, the witches cover reminds you like the Drow matriarchy from R.A. Salvatore, the early books like Homeland and Exile and stuff. They're very, very, I don't know what the word is, very closed-minded to outsiders. They only want their in-group and nobody else is allowed in type thing. And they're worried about the Jedi shutting them down, which obviously is going to happen because I don't think I've heard of these people before, so they're not in the later shows. They mentioned several times that these kids are born special because the Jedi ask where their father is and they say there is no father. So like I said, I think it's kind of a reference to the prequel. They say that about Anakin too, right? Like he has no father type thing, and it's later on referenced that maybe Palpatine made him with the Force. So he's a Force baby or made of midichlorians or something. That's why his midichlorian count was so high. I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a while since I watched those, but anyway, they give you a real weird description of the Force in this one. One of the two mothers, she's doing some sort of a class, and she's like, it's actually, they don't call it the Force, she calls it a thread, and she says some people think they can use the thread, but they can only like pluck it or bend it or something, and It was weird. I've never heard this explanation for it. She didn't mention the midichlorians or anything at all. And I mean, even if that's not your favorite explanation, that's the George Lucas explanation. I don't know what this thread talk was, but I guess it's still just the Force. They just look at it a different way. And she said that they think that their way is the right way. And I'm sure there's Jedi texts that say the Jedi way is the right way. So I mean, I don't know. I don't write Star Wars, but I've never heard of this thread stuff before, so I don't really know anything about it. It didn't make a lot of sense in the episode to me, but whatever. It wasn't the whole episode. So then the Jedi just want to test the girls and see if they want to become Jedi or not. The moms tell them to lie and like hide their powers because they're actually like very Force sensitive. So the girls go in and May wants to lie. Osha doesn't want to lie. Osha tells the truth. May lies. So Osha's going to go off and become a Jedi. She talks to her mom, tell her what she really want to do. So seems like kind of a no-brainer. Go join the Jedi Order. But anyway, you find out right here what happened. So I don't know if this is what was going on in the future, or why the 4 Jedi are being targeted by May. But let me tell you, May comes off as pretty insane here. She goes around and burns. She says, well, if you're going to leave and go join the Jedi, I'm going to stop you. And Osha's like, it's what I want to do. You can't stop me. She's like, yes, I can. I'll kill you. Yes, I'll kill you. Like, what? It's your sister. What are you doing?
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Then she locks her in a room and lights it on fire. Burns it down and then just goes around burning down the whole fortress they live in. Kills like her mothers and like everything. I was shocked. I was like, oh, okay. So May is we're just going all out Sith villain to the max here. Okay, fine. Yeah. Murder your whole coven of witches. So I guess they're all dead. And then Osha escapes out. And they make it a point when she leaves because Saul comes in and finds her. He's one of the old Jedi there. But they make it a point that you see one of the mothers down, the NSA one. But I noticed we didn't see Coral. I didn't notice her body. And all of a sudden, when I saw that, I got a theory. That black, the face mask guy with the teeth in the first episode that was like, kill the Jedi without a weapon. I think that's their mother, Coral, from that planet there at the beginning. She's one of the ones from the Witch's Coven. We'll see if my prediction comes true later on, but that's what I think. And it pretty much ends there. So like I said, the Jedi did nothing wrong that I could see at all. I don't know why that turban guy took the poison in the later episodes. I don't know why is May hunting down all these Jedi. Like, does she blame them for Osha wanting to leave and like go with the family? Or does she blame them for like making her perhaps have to burn down the entire fortress and kill everybody? I don't know, but we'll have to find out next time. But overall, very boring episode. Felt long. You find yourself waiting for something to happen. I just really want them to go back to the present so we can get some action or some mystery going on again. But whatever, you get a bit of backstory. It's more of a filler episode. Certainly not my favorite one. Of the 3, definitely, in my opinion, the worst one by far. But anyways, if you're listening this far, I really appreciate that. Feel free to let me know what you think down in the comments. And please like, share, and subscribe to the video. And remember, everybody, stay out of trouble.